So I just have one question for you guys. Raise your hand and let me know if you are someone that has a 9 to 5. I have a 9 to 5. Raise your hand if you want to be some form of an entrepreneur. All right. All right. I have another question for you guys. So let me know if having a little extra money to either invest, to travel and live a life of leisure that you want to, or a little extra money to start another business. Let me know if that sounds good to you. Raise your hand if that sounds good to you. I think that sounds good to me too. I also want to let you know that in this session, you're going to want to take notes. So get your pens, get your pencils, get your phones, get your tablets, whatever you want to use to record some notes, because this is something that you're actually not going to want to miss out on. I think you should share this with a family member and a friend, somebody that you think is worthy of having the ability to get more streams of income. I'm going to share with you guys some lucrative secrets that only the 4% know, but 96% of the population of America don't know, and we struggle from day to day. Another thing that I want to let you know is that by the time we leave this class, you're going to be going from the consumer mindset to the creative mindset. So what does that mean? That looks like, instead of you going and religiously spending your money and spending your time scrolling on social media, how many of us fall into that trap? I know I do too sometimes. Scrolling on social media, scrolling frivolously just for hours and hours until all of a sudden you're like, how did we get here? I'm going to get you from spending time and money to now using time and money to create more and to do you good. So I'm really excited about this class. So now that you've invited your friends and your family, I gave you a minute with all my talking. Let's dive right into it. In America, we've been taught work, 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 work. We've been taught go to school, get an education. Some of us have even been taught what to wear on an interview, how you go, how you write the college application, how you write the job resume, right? Everything that I'm going to be talking about today is from a faith-based perspective, from a biblical perspective, and it's also going to be from a place of not getting you to work for somebody else, but getting you, people to work for you, or your money to work for you. So how does this sound for you guys? For your money, for you to employ your money, how does that sound for you guys? Does that sound good? Awesome. So we want your money to work for you. Your money's just sitting there, it's chilling in the bank, it's just doing what it wants to do, and it's just sitting there. And every year it's making 0.01% of a penny. That's what's happening. And I'm going to teach you how to make way more than that. So anybody knows what the name or what the meaning of entrepreneurship is? Does anybody know what that means? Want to give an idea? What do you think entrepreneurship means?
To be creative, to be independent,
Okay.
and to make, positive out of something.
Okay. All right. What do you think entrepreneurship means?
It's basically working for yourself, providing an income for yourself through various creative measures.
I'm going to give you a little bit of Bible perspective. So, God in the beginning created 3 forms or 3 different sectors of creation. The first thing he created was the creation, which is the sun, the moon, earth, the sea. He made all of those different creation. And then he made creatures, which is the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, the beasts of the field, all the different things that are creeping and different animals. These are the creatures. But then you and I, we were so special that God said in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, he takes a step back and looks at his creation. And then he says to himself, let's make man in our image. Like this last one, I need them to be so special. So I'm going to create them in my image. And what does God's image mean? It means that God is a spirit. And so he's going to create us as a spirit. He's a creator. So he's going to create us as creators. So we have creation, we have creature, and then we have you and I, creators. And that by definition, that by right alone tells me that you have the ability to be creative. You have the ability to be innovative. You have the ability to create something that would generate wealth. Because then the next two verses later, God says, after he creates man in his image, he gives us the Great Commission. He says, listen, now that you're created in my image, you're not just going to sit down and go work a 9 to 5 the rest of your life. He says, I need you to be fruitful. I need you to multiply. I need you to replenish the earth, and I need you to subdue it. These are 4 commissions that God has given to us. So be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth. And how do we replenish the earth? By creating so much and refreshing the earth with the resources that we have created, and by subduing. And the word subdue means to have dominion, to trample under your foot. That means that we're supposed to have dominion in our mountains or in our spheres of influence, and we're supposed to go. This is the commission from God. So this is nothing that I'm making up. This is nothing that God is against. I think that we need to destroy this belief that a lot of Christians have, that we should just live in poverty until Jesus comes to take us home. When in actuality, he said that because you were made in my image, I need you to be fruitful, and I need you to multiply, and I need you to be creative, so that number one, you can take dominion of the earth, that you can rule and reign for the kingdom of God. And I need you to take possession. So I hope this is all making sense to you, and I hope this is good. But I need you guys to repeat after me. Everybody repeat after me, who's watching online and here. I am a kingdom financier. I carry wealth. Yeah, you guys gotta say it with your chest held high. You gotta feel that when you're saying it. I carry wealth. Poverty is not my friend. I like the sound of that. Let's say that one more time. Poverty is not my friend. So you shouldn't be friends with poverty either. All right. So there are 3 huge differences between, or there are 2 big differences between being poor and having a poverty mindset. And this is what I want to talk about. I have to give you all of this before we get into the meat of the matter. Being in a poor state just means that you don't have the funds or the resources right now. But being in a poverty mindset means even if I were to give you $1 million right now, even if God were to drop the miracle in your lap that you've been praying for, you're like, God, give me $1,000 so I could pay the mortgage. God, just give me $1,000. And God comes by and he gives you the money. And all of a sudden you find yourself at the mall buying 10 pairs of Uggs. You're buying 15 boxes of oxtail to freeze for next week, when God can be giving you more than that, or you can use your resources better than that. Get right into it. There are 7 ways that I want to share with you guys how to build passive income. Write this down. This is the first one. Somebody say it with me. Books. Books. Telling your story. Everybody, I say this all the time, as long as you've lived on this earth for at least even 5 years, you have a story. Everybody has been through something. Everybody has conquered something. So that enough is worth so much, because you can package that value of something you know, something you've overcome, something you've trained yourself and you're good at. You can package that value into a book one time, spending your time and your energy or whatever, your money, making this book. And now this book is a whole stream of income for you. There's a scripture that says in Ecclesiastes, and I think it's 11 verse 2, that you should build 7 different streams of income, 7 to 8, because you don't know what calamity will strike or what day adversity will hit. And what that's saying is, sometimes a lot of us are in trouble in America because we're only depending on our job. But we saw what COVID did. I want to take a moment to pause and reflect on COVID. Many people lost their job and had to compromise and even do things that they didn't want to do because they were going to lose their job. And if they lost their job, actively work for it. Some people even got sick, even if they wanted to keep their job and they weren't able to make that money. That's active labor. But what if you have passive labor? What passive income coming in? What if you're able to diversify your money so that you can have these streams coming in? One of the ways to do it is by writing a book. This is what I specialize in. This is what my company specializes in, TPE. We help you to build either a physical book or a digital product or service, something that you can package value into a product or service. And the easiest way to do that is with a book. So, by God's grace, I have 3 hard copy books and 2 ebooks. And when I tell you that even now, sometimes I'll look on Amazon and somebody's buying that book. One of my first book, I think, is like $12 and probably like 60 cents. Sometimes I'll just be home or I'll be going to work or I'll be doing something and I'm sitting there and I'll look and it'll say somebody bought a book. Or every now and then, through my self publishing company that I choose to use, they'll send me like a quarterly check where somebody bought a book off of the site. Now, no matter how little or big that is called an asset. It's not a liability, it's an asset. So this is money that is coming in that you don't have to do anything for. You're not doing active work daily. I don't have, every time somebody wants to buy a book, I don't have to say, hold on, give me a second. Let me go type out 150 pages. It's something that I put all my work into one time that will generate money. Different ways that you can allow to generate money for you is you can throw or host a book launch. You can have pop-ups where people buy your books. You can get on social media, again, leveraging social media. There are different things that you can do. And when you do these different things, you're able now to generate passive income. So write a book. If you want to write a book, if you want to know more about that, you feel like you have a story that you want to tell, but you don't know necessarily the steps, you can even head over to thepurposeeagle.com and book a writing consult. I'd say for your Black Friday gift to yourself, or your Christmas gift to yourself, buy a course where you're able to teach yourself, invest that one time, where you're able to teach yourself how to write a book. Now that you have the knowledge implemented here, you'll have that knowledge and you'll be able to write several different books and build several different streams of income. So that's the next one.